Hello friends, and welcome to another Marvel concept video. Now, you guys seem to really like the last one for Gar the God Butcher, so I figured I'd go ahead and release a couple more of my ideas. I decided to put it on a Google document form here, just to make it much more flush, much more easy for me to access. So if you see me kind of glancing left to right like this, it's because I'm looking at the actual Google document form. But I know for a lot of people in the comments on the last video, they were suggesting a lot of tweaks for Gar the God Butcher. I decided to take a few of those, especially I was bouncing off with my buddies who I told about this kit. One thing that I decided to change on his ability was for his dash ability. I call it a necrotic absorption dash. It resets upon eliminating player, and they have necrotic decay on them. Then Gar absorbs that damage, or absorbs the damage that's on them, and still deals damage to them with a base attack of 75, or base damage of 75 points or whatever, right? And then also too, there was one more that I had. Oh yeah, again, everything else about him stays the same, except again, that gives him a much stronger movement ability, because I do feel like he's not very mobile. A lot of people were saying that he should be very similar to Magic. I don't think that's the case. I feel like he shouldn't be one of those super backline characters. I feel like he needs to be kind of more of a frontline character with the tanks, because he kind of wants to be like the wedge that gets into triple support. That's kind of just my take on it. If y'all feel different, that's okay. Today's concept is actually going to be a little bit more interesting. I decided to go with the wild Sokovian speedster. I might have gotten the origins wrong. Quicksilver. This one's interesting, so stick around for this. Y'all want to enjoy this. But first, I'm just gonna say this real fast, and if y'all want to skip past this, then I'll put the little thing at the bottom somewhere around here. If y'all like the video, just hit the like button, because it pushes my videos to other people, so that way they can like it too, in case this is kind of what they enjoy. And of course, subscribe so that way you can see more of my videos whenever they come out. If y'all like this video, I can do more Marvel Rival concepts. I have several of them here. They're just, again, concepts, cool ideas that I could just throw out there and, you know, tweak them as is, because again, who knows if Netease will ever see my videos, so who cares? Who knows? Either way, let's go ahead and get into Quicksilver. Now, first thing about Quicksilver is obviously he is a speedster, that he wants to be fast. He wants to stay on the move. And so I decided to go ahead and give him a passive, and this kind of defines his kit almost, I would say. His passive will be called Momentum, which will basically be the more he moves, the faster he gets. Okay, so basically Quicksilver's passive is built up while he moves. 5 meters converts to 5% momentum. Once his momentum hits 50%, he is able to run up walls. Okay, very similar to how Black Panther does, except his will be much more fluid. Okay, so very fluid, just, you know, once the momentum bar fills up to 100%, he will be able to run 3 times his normal speed. Okay, now stick with me here. Okay, the whole idea is that he is supposed to be basically like a fly. Okay, he's supposed to be kind of picking at you, not really doing a whole lot of damage, because I'm having him kind of be a support hero, since I know a lot of people wanted him to be a support character. With that being said, I also wanted to kind of gear him slightly into DPS, and so this will also help with his primary attack, which is a Mach Velocity Flurry attack. So he's just just throwing out punches. Okay, it is a rapid melee combo, which momentum builds up. So as he's punching and he has higher momentum, the combo AoE, because it'll be like a circle. Okay, think of it like Star-Lord's blasters, except he's punching in a circle. Very similar to Iron Fist. So as he punches and as his momentum builds up, that AoE gets bigger. Okay, at 100%, the combo then creates shockwaves, which pierces through enemies, so he can hit multiple enemies at a time if that momentum, or if the momentum bar is at 100%. And then his secondary fire, which I found this one to be really cool, would be called Kinetic Catch. Again, spitballing numbers here. 0.8 seconds, Pietro takes up a reactive stance, and any projectile sent his way, he can then catch and then put into one of his tactical abilities, which is known as Sonic Punch. All right, this Kinetic Catch also does feed his momentum bar. Now you're gonna see why everything feeds into his momentum bar here in a moment, okay? But going back to his tactical, Sonic Punch is a dash strike, which if it lands will send an enemy flying into a wall. So he has to run and punch, okay? So if an ally happens to be in the way of Pietro, it will grant that ally increased fire rate and increased reload speed. Again, I'm not gonna spitball numbers there, just because it's kind of a hit or miss famous, whatever. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to get specific about things. After he does this, it does burn his momentum meter. Okay, that is the downside to the momentum meter. He has to stay on the move the entire time. He can't stop moving. If he does, that meter will just rapidly decay, which means if he is CC'd, or if he just decides to stop moving. Again, he is supposed to be a character that's just constantly moving. Who just messaged me? Okay, and his second tactical, which this is kind of where like a lot of people were like, oh, he should be able to take people and move them somewhere else. You know, I decided to lean into that. The only problem with that ability was I could definitely see people using that ability to troll on their friends. Like, oh, haha, I just took him and moved him out of the fight. I decided to tweak this a little bit and make it and kind of restrain it. So I'm calling it after image return. Okay, again, names can be changed. Pietro marks an area with an after image of himself. This mark will have a distance limit, okay, which breaks if Pietro leaves the area of the mark. Okay, let's just say like 40 meters. Okay, something that's has a little bit of distance, but not so far where he can put your player across the map. Okay, that was the main issue I was looking at. Upon targeting an ally, so you have to basically click to activate the image, and then you click again to target that ally. Pietro can grab them and take them back to wherever he put the mark at. And while he's moving them, he heals them for 100 points. Okay, or 180, whatever. And this will kind of be like his safe maneuver, okay? And this will be like on a 10-second cooldown or whatever. Again, I'm gonna spitball numbers here. This will kind of help him lean into kind of the support category, which a lot of people wanted him to be. Lastly, of course, you have his ultimate, Transonic Blitz. Blint. Like the Blint? Sorry, Blitz. For 8 seconds, Pietro enters what's called Speed Blitz. His momentum meter cannot decay, and his Sonic Punch has no cooldown. Dashing through allies heals them and increases their speed. Dashing through enemies damages them and causes them to slip. Again, this is kind of where I'm wanting to lean him into kind of being a support character who's kind of annoying, okay? He would be very squishy. That's the first thing. He'd be extremely squishy. I'd say like maybe 150, 200 points or health points, right? Because he's supposed to constantly be moving. He doesn't want to get hit. Like that's his whole thing. He is just moving constantly, just kind of irritating players and kind of just getting annoying, you know? And so you essentially want to shut him down as quickly as possible, but his job is to avoid that. I don't know, just kind of a cool idea, something I throw out there, just mostly because Quicksilver is like one of the characters that has gotten teased. Matter of fact, you'll probably be seeing like an image that I have here, which was created. Where's my phone at? My phone's over there. I don't want to go get it. Basically, you'll see this image right about here. It's a character creation of Pietro. I'm gonna go ahead and give the person who made this their credit because I love this design. This design is awesome. All around though, what do you guys think of this concept? Would you change anything about it? Would you tweak something about it? Put it in the comments because I really enjoyed this concept. It's one of my favorite ones. I do have a couple of more concepts here. If y'all want me to put those out, I'll just see how this video does. If it doesn't do very good, then whatever, it is what it is. Either way, that is all for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, hit the like button to push my video and subscribe, of course, if you want to see more of this. Keep it on that tree line. Watch out for that campfire. I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.
My name is Quicksilver, and you can eat my dust. Sorry, father. Nothing personal. You didn't see that coming, old man. The Hulk is down and out. Wanda, no. You'll pay for that. Whew, saved your life. Try to be faster next time, okay? Maybe I was going too fast.
No way.
The Age of Ultron? Don't make me laugh. Try to keep up.